I saw to this when I was sitting shiva for my sister. Avram Kamenetsky, also Yaakov's son, came and he gave over to me a nechama. And it's a nechama that I said over to other people, and they said that this is Taki, it was Menachem. And this is like this. Usually what happens when a person dies, there's a lot of guilt feelings. What do you call Dr. X? What do you call it? We didn't do fast enough. Whatever cheshbonus a person feels guilty about, whatever it is. So he says, "Vayiyu chayisor me'yishonim ve'esrim shonim sheva shonim shnei chayisor." Why is the second? Why is it shnei chayisor? Why is the chazar over? Because of the raya, you don't need it. This I don't know if he brought me the raya, but the idea is by Avram at the end of the Seder. It says over there, Avram. What it says over there. ואלו ימי שניכם בני חיי אברהם אשר חוי מה שונים ושמשונים וחמישונים. ודון חס ולא ואלו ימי חיי שור or חיי אברהם. So no, it's once. So he says, he tells you that could be because over here, I don't remember if he told me this now, because there's the Katzim Roshim of how she died. That the Sultan came to her and told her, whatever it is, the Akedah, and then whatever the Pshat tomorrow over there. So it says that, so he said, whatever you do, you say, you should know, Eili Mecha Yisor. There's nothing that what you do, the reason that you didn't do it is because the Ben Shimon didn't want it done. There's nothing going to happen. No, it's Eili Mecha Yisor. That's the thing. You did what you had to do, and that's it. And it didn't work, so and whatever you would have done wouldn't have worked. It has nothing to do with it. There is such a concept. Okay. So Vayav Kaidah Leftaisa Lefkaisa is coming, Rashi says, from Beersheba. So we went through why was he in Beersheba? Because he saw it by the Akedah that there was smoke coming up. So he thought it was Kedusha even from a midbar. So he wanted to know whatever happened with Beersheba. He left it at Zelos Plishtim, and he wanted to come back to Chayesor. I mean, to see if it was Beersheba. And then he spoke to Gegavitashim, whatever that means. Okay, so they said to him, so obviously he had a covet of a Nesiya Lakim, that whether they believed or not, obviously we don't find that the Bnei Canaan, the Chivi were from Yidden. They were not the Nefesh Shos B'chorod, that they became from Yidden. But these guys were Goyim. I mean, the elder was, you're still the Nesiya Lakim. We give you a covet that there is a concept of that. But they did Avodah Zarah. Okay, and he goes into it. And he says he wants to talk to Efron. He wants to, we'll see in a minute what the crookedness of Efron in a minute and stuff like that. The kasha we have is how did he know about the Mos Machpelah? So there's a story that when he went to Abokar Rotz Avram, one of the oxen ran away. He ran to the Mos Machpelah, and because he went to the Mos Machpelah, he discovered that that's where Chav and Adam are buried. So he wanted to be buried there. I mean, it's a choshev place. So why didn't he tell Efron about it? You got a very expensive place there. I'd like to buy it. Because firstly, he wouldn't sell it to him probably, and secondly, I don't have to tell you. That's the main point that we're trying to say over here. I really don't have to tell you. It's a way, it's a shtickle raya to a din. Everybody learns Bab Mitzvah, everybody thinks they know Bab Mitzvah, they learn a Mishnah. If I finds money, the din is he can keep it, right? Why? Because the guy is mashbi kisei v'chol shor, right? That's what it says in the Gemara, right? How much money you have in your pocket? Exactly. Nobody here can tell me. If you can't tell me, so then the goes above the ma'aser. It's yishloi midas. Shouldn't be kind. So what's pshat? And we all paski can keep the money. So I wanted to work for Chiddush. But I have rayas on. It's not now. It's not the place for the shiur on it. But I think this may be a raya to it also. That's what I'm saying. What's the case? I tell you that things that you don't know if you own, you don't own them. It's not shaykh, it's mine. It's in my reshus, so I can't steal it from you. That's because I can't come into your reshus and steal it from you. Or if it's not my reshus, I lose it. So then pshat is, if I don't know I owned it, so it's not shaykh to say it's still mine. Okay. And you think about it. The pshat is that you don't even count it. You're not even machshav it. When a guy gives you change, you ever count it? No. Okay? You come, you got to, now you don't have any toll takers anymore. Now it's all done by Easy Pass. But you went for a toll taker, you gave him, there was 50 cents, you gave him a 10. He gave you back 9 singles and 50 cents. But you never bothered counting there because the guys are beeping you and backing you. You move it already. You paid them. Get out of there. We got to get through also, right? So you go. Somewhere along the line, you maybe stop, and you think you got out 9, and you find counting's 8. Right? You're going to go back? No. Right? Did I counted there? Right? I put it in my pocket. It doesn't even go into the cheshbon. I don't even really cheshbon. It's only because it just happened right now, so I know there should have been 9 there. But otherwise you wouldn't have known. So that's so here, over here I didn't tell him. So over here also, he doesn't know he owns it. Right? He doesn't know that he has where Chavin and Adam is. So it has no value to him. Where's the nocha raya to this? Raya is neged nirali baboyis, right? So what's the din over there? So the din is the Amaroyim, Rashi says that they used to hide their money in the walls, and when you broke the wall because of the nega, you found a lot of money. So there's one thing there. In Bati Orei who does the money belong? Who does this house belong to? If you buy a house from a guy in the Bati Orei Chayma, you have 1 year to redeem it. You don't redeem it, it blames the Adam. So I have to go check now how many people own this house and go find the first guy who gaushed it from the Amoraim or not. No, of course not, because he never knew he had it, and therefore it's not his. And none of them had it. The only one who belongs to is because I found it, so now I know it's mine. The guy I buy land from someone, and on it is oil, so I have to go give it back to the original owner. I bought it, I found the oil, so it's mine. Okay. Because I never knew I owned it, so therefore it's not called I owned it. There's a little bit of a difference, but this to ask me kasha, I know we'll get into Bab Metzid, is that from the Ta'anim and stuff like that you don't know how many you have, and it's called Yishloi Midas. That's because I know that the tree grew fruit, and I'm going to collect the fruit that the tree grew. So I don't know, you have no right to take it. I'm going to count up how much I got. But Lamaisa is there that's called, I know I have fruit over there. Don't take my fruit. Okay.
So if the owner of the store, the owner of the store gives you back too much change. The owner of the store gives you too much change.
Right.
So you give it back to him, or it's only on?
You have, if he's a guy, you want to tell you sakum. So they're going to shine this on this. You want to get involved in shine him already here. It's a thing, no. A lot of people do have teirem, but a yidden you have to give it back. A yidden, the toys. Even the biggest one, the rayas for that is the Shimon ben Shotach. They bought a donkey from Shimon ben Shotach, for Shimon ben Shotach, from an Arab. And for some reason, he had his diamond attached to the donkey. And he asked the guys who bought it for him, they know about the diamond. He said, no, he doesn't know about it. So he says, so therefore, what happened? He just forgot about it for the moment. He knows he has the diamond. He doesn't. It's not a shad. He doesn't know he has the diamond. The only question, he doesn't know where he put the diamond. So now you remember, it was on the donkey, right? And the Shimon Shotar could deny it, right? Oh, I never got a diamond. So that's what he said. Shimon Shotar. When he gave it back, he admitted to that point. In other words, because it's not really his. He knew he owned it, and he thought he called it is his. Yes, that he gave it to me betoyis. It's the same thing guy gave, he just miscounted. I mean, why did he give me a toyis? Because he miscounted. So that's a toyis. It's a toyis hakel. It's not so posh. Okay. Okay. So he wanted to buy, what did he want to, so the tightness seemed to be on Efron, that he's a big brags, I'm willing to give you everything, right? And then he doesn't even give me a discount. That seems to be the Gemara has such a tiny. Okay, I don't know the tiny. I'll talk to see why they're not. So he says, I'd like to buy the Osat Pela. Where is the small Samach Pela? Which is the end of his field. B'kesev Mali. How much money you want to pay you? I want to pay you for whatever the Mel Samakela costs. Right, this double cave. That's what we're teaching it. We'll see in a minute. It's not the right teich. I don't know what the right teich is, but that's not the right teich. Okay. So Efren now is going to play Avram for a fool. Right? You say that's why this is what the Chazal meant. Not the other way. I'm sure Efren, if he would have put up a sign Avram on the Morah, donated by Efren Achiti, he would have given it to for nothing. You want to buy it, you don't want it to be mine. You don't want to say you got it and you pay me full money for it. What's the kasha? Why should I give you a break? Or something like that. You don't want to take my present? Right? So you have a taina on such a person. Why would you have a taina on that? But this is what Efron did. He says, Lo yadoni, shmeini, hasode nosati loch. I'm giving you the field. V'amora sheboi lecho nosati, and the mora. Leini v'ne'ami yisay. Vaishtachu, so he took it. Avram Stam understood it with Vaishtachu. Vaidaber Efron Rosneam Baot Slem Achem Ato. I want to pay a kesef hasode. Kach mimeni rekbus meisi. So then the answer is 400 zuz. Beini veincho mahi. So therefore he knew the price. No, this is all a game. We're all sounding great like diplomatics. I'm going to bash your teeth in, but I'm saying it in a nice way. And the same over here. So I'm ripping you off, and I'm trying to think there. And he paid him for the soda too. That's what he got out of him. You're sticking me in the soda, so why don't you charge a little less for the soda at least? It's a deal. It's a soda and the mora and this. You should give me a break. Nah. What do you think that motivating I sold you the soda so I could take more money out of you? That's all. I didn't sell you the soda. You don't even want to buy the soda. Okay. Okay. And this is the... Now, let's see the Sheni. Vayokum stay Efron asher b'machpela. What does that mean? The field is in the machpela. Machpela, you told me, means double. Right? So obviously it doesn't mean double. So what it means, and you say you find the same thing by Yaakov Avinu when they bury him and stuff like that. So I don't know what's pshat. I can't even say. I don't know what the taich of really machpela is, but that's the way they always teach me. The doubled cave. That is the doubled cave. Okay. Okay. And became a Tkuma, okay, thing dort and then. Okay, then the Shail is, okay. We're going there. Avram now comes to Shidduchim. He's thought about it. He's just finished supposedly. Rashi says that he thought that he came back from the Akedah and realizing he didn't marry him off. He's 37 years old now, so he didn't marry him off yet. So there's no kids from him. So there's no kids. So he's 40 now, whatever it is there. Okay. Okay. So he goes to, he calls Eliezer, and he tells him he wants to swear, and then the Kitas, and the bris is the Kitas Chayfetz, or whatever it is, because the mitzvah is done with, I don't understand what that does, I don't know, Klo. I want you to go to my land and my people, right? And I want you to take a wife from there. So the Eved says to him a very funny lashon. What happens if the girl doesn't want to go? Hoshiv is should I take your kid back to the land you went out of? When he just salatzacha. He said he said that, right? Well, why don't you go to my land? Right? So he should say salatzacha. So why do it says this is a lot more words than atzacha. The shot is, I think this is, I'm not, I don't think we can think of things a little bit, but I think this is, was a big emes in this thing, though. And the first yeshivas were here, 30s, 20s, whatever it is then. They weren't really very successful. I mean, they were successful. I mean, they were up, obviously they had yeshivas, you had kids learning there. But what was the result of the kids? I don't know. They had European Rebbeim. Didn't necessarily help too much. Put in American Rebbeim, the next door, all of a sudden, he had that they had an effect on the kids. Why? Because I'm an American, you're an American, I can teach you. But I'm not American. The old Rebbeim was, I belong in Europe. I don't belong here. You're a Shegitz, you were born in a Treifag Medina, you were born in this. All of those things made a hefresh between them. So that's what he's saying. To you, it's Artzecha, to Alarti. But for me, Eliezer, for Yitzchak, it's only Horat Asher Yitzosa Misham. It's only that's all it is. And therefore, I want to know if you want me to go there. Is that an Iker over there? Is it me? Is that Yitzchak to go to Peyul, to Poland, or to Russia? And they know that the Treifa Medinas and the terrible people, anti-Semites, and all the Drachen there, there's no yichus to go there. I went from a Yidden gelebt dort, a big deal. So from Yidden gelebt dort. Okay. In Iraq, there's also more gelebt from ganz Bovel in Iraq, right? And somehow I don't think you want to go to Iraq. Okay. Okay. He says that no, he doesn't belong there. He belongs in Eretz Yisrael. He doesn't go out of Eretz Yisrael. Okay. And if you don't come, you're potter. Okay. Anyway, he takes his things, and I come out. There's 5 madregas of Chesed that we're going to learn about. One we learned already. That was Avram's Chesed. The Vikir of Avram's Chesed was that Avram wanted the person, even the poor Arab, to feel I'm making it for you. Not that I have in the house stuff, you happen to come along, and then you want something to eat, I'll give you what I got in the house. No, I made you special. I called the Sorah to make you ugais. I went out to the Baka. I made special for you. You're a Pashut Arab. You have that gives you the chshivas, the feeling that I feel good. That's one. It's a big madrega. Now we come to Eliezer's. Eliezer's, somehow the Gemara says he was sure like a hoyin. What did he ask? He says, I'm going to ask the woman, give me a drink. right? Atinu Akifa, and she'll say to me, she'll say, V'gam Gmalecha Ashke, and that's the woman. And on this, the Gemara says, Shal like Hagen. Shal like Hagen. Why is it not like Hagen? I mean, the guy she's doing chesed. What are you talking about? Not like Hagen could have been a shifrik. It should have been a mamzeres. It would have been why? So this is what I'm saying. First of all, you notice the lotion is ashke. He asked for, right? Okay. What does she say to her? Vahiu terim kilo, vanarit, or whatever it is there. We'll get to that again. Vataymer she say, Adaini, and she's out to drink. And then she gives him to drink, Al Yodeh Vatashkeu. Vatechal Hashkoise, he finished drinking, Vataymer Gam Gamalecha Eshov. I will draw the water for him. Didn't say Ashke. He didn't say Ashke. I asked for Ashke. Now, let's look. The story tells over to Psulel and what do you call it? He switches it. I said, I'm standing over there, and I said, the woman that will say, Gamato, she said, Gamalecha Eshov, that's the girl. And what does the girl come out? And Rivki comes out, and what did she say? And she said to me, what do you call it? And she switched it around. She says Ashke. So we got to understand what's the difference between Ashke and Eshov. Ashke is I'll give him a drink, whatever it is. Eshov, I will draw the water. Okay, which is a bigger mile? Now, if I give you Achikil Lishtais, so the Ashke is a bigger mile. But if it's only the beginning of how much work I'm going to put in, and this is Emerson Franazah Halacha, okay, this is I got from the encyclopedia, by the way. Because it bothered me, the differences. What I'm going to tell you is probably going to blow your mind also. When a camel comes out of the desert and it's dried out, the hump that it has falls to the side. It's not on top anymore. Why? It's all it is fat. And it's a fleece fat it's not attached to the body. It just had he doesn't have an empty spot where water goes into. That's not the way it goes. It's like a person is hydrated. How do you get hydrated? His body absorbs water and holds the water. Until that water is dragged out of a person's body, he's able to go. And the thing like that. By drinking a glass of water, you can't hydrate yourself. They have to give you intravenous, they have to give you this, or they can give you salt, and therefore you'll drink a lot more. And the thing is, for drinking, you need just one glass of water. They gave me salt, so I'm thirsty, so now I'm drinking 5 glasses of water. Now that 4 glasses of water are going to go into your body and stuff like that. So that's how you do it. So the way they do it with the camel is somebody has to give him salt, the camel, that it should drink more water. And if you watch the camel as it drinks the water, it blows up like a balloon. All the fat, as it absorbs the water, it comes into it, all of a sudden becomes back the hump on top and everything else there and whatever. It's a very strange picture of what it is. I never saw it l'maisa, but that's what they said. Okay. So Eliezer only asked for a drink. When you ever hear when people say he's so mean that he wouldn't even give a thirsty dog a glass of water. Why pick on a thirsty dog? Because everybody saw a dog and have achmanas on him, will give him a glass of water, right? Right? But that's going to solve the dog's problem? No. He's not going to, but at least the dog will feel better. He'll have a drink of water. That's all he asks for. For that, you can have a lot of people that will do that. That you have nothing there. Oh, but to drink it, to say, to volunteer that, as long as you're going to keep giving it salt and be thirsty, I'll keep giving it water, that is only Yivalas Chesed is going to do that. And besides that, because she's really been adin, she's potter. What I say, when the din is omelt imoy. We have when you see somebody, you have to his donkey or his phone boy, you have to help him. So it says imoy. If he sits down, he says, "You have a mitzvah of helping me, so I can go sit down now." And then you don't have to help him. It's only if you're helping him, he's doing. So over here, if you're taking care of the water now, I can retire. I don't have to get any water for you. And that's what she did, though, in the end. But she only volunteered if you'll give the salt. I'll keep bringing the water. And as long as the donkeys keep drinking, I'll keep bringing water. And the only way they'll keep drinking is if you keep giving them salt. I didn't volunteer to do that. But in the end, what happened, she said, whatever it is. He doesn't say it. He says it over here, but when he says over to her, וגם הגמיל נשקיס this was the bad thing. But it says Vatisha l'chol gman. There's such a pasuk. But I don't see it at the moment. Okay. Right. So that's all he asked for. So that's a minimum. That's not good enough. Rivke, who did, well, by one time she did a bigger thing than that. One of the big problems in the school system, and the yeshivas, unfortunately, is bullying. And you'll have Nadim that say, we have no tolerance for bullying. Okay, that sounds very nice. And maybe it's true. I doubt it, though, because they usually give in to the bully, the principals, whatever, and we're going to tell you that it's not really true. I don't know when they're saying that, they're push it, but it's not push it. Okay, what am I going to tell you? The truth is, this is my feeling, is that we create our own bullies. What I mean, we create your own bullies. Kids are nice kids, most kids. There's no problem. I don't think anybody's a bully. Have a guy. It's a connected unser midas. Why you want to be a bully? I want to show I'm bigger than you, you're stronger than you, and you're afraid of me. You like to have people afraid of you. That sounds like a guy who wants to have people afraid of him. What do you want to have people afraid of him for? Right? So it doesn't sound to me that that's what it means. But what does the parent tell the kid? Make sure nobody takes advantage of you. Right? I'm sure that the parents tell that to kids. Right? Why? Because the parents took advantage. Someone took advantage of them. For whatever reason. They come to school, and the kid, and he sees these guys walking around, and he's picking on guys, whatever it is, and he's going to come to me. Right? So what's the best defense? Offense. Right? So I'll become the bully. And therefore, no one will take advantage of me. I'll take advantage of other people. They won't take advantage of me. That's what I told my mother told me to do, right? Okay. So all you did is make a bigger problem, not a lesser problem. Okay. Rivke is another thing altogether, because the kasha was that she really didn't do what he asked. He asked that as soon as I ask you, give me a drink, you'll say, drink, and I'm going to take care of your camels. She says the Torah takes a big issue of miswriting. What is there? However, by time she say adeni, and she just drink, and she took it off, and she gave him the drink. She finished giving him the drink. So the Torah makes a big issue of telling you that she did not say it at that time. So why is it making that issue? So one is to tell you maybe that the Shiva has and this thing that when you're doing mitzvahs, I'm doing this mitzvah now, I'll do the next mitzvah when I'm finished with it. I don't put it together like I'm not rushed to it. I want to kind of maybe a little bit different. Eliezer must be a big guy. I mean, he went out to Muhammad with Avram, Kenes Gedol, and all of that. I'm sure it must be a guy. He ran Avram's house, so I'm sure there was a lot of avodim that he took from Gedol and his armies and all that. And he's got to be a strong guy there. You got to be afraid of him. So, Rivka is maybe a 6-footer. I don't know, but she's 3 years old, right? 3 years old is, we see a guy yeshiva, a 9th grader, 6 feet, right? Right? I know he's 13 years old, 14 years old, right? I see a little kid like this in the 8th grade. I mean, in the 12th grade, I can say he's probably 16, right, or 18, or something like that. You can tell a guy how old he is. It doesn't make a difference how tall you are. That's this. You can tell by the face, this, something like that. You can tell about, not the height. So therefore, you can tell she's a 3-year-old. So here's this big bruiser coming over to her, and he says, "Give me a drink." No, he doesn't even give me a drink. What would have been normal, a normal mensch? What would he have done? I'd go over to the girl and say, "Look, we forgot our pitcher. We need it. We're thirsty. Do me a favor. Loan me your pitcher. I'll refill it. I'll clean it out from our mouths. You don't have to worry about it. We'll wash it out. We'll fill it up again, and we'll give it back to you the way it was." Right? He doesn't say that. He said, "I want you to pour water into my mouth. I want you to draw the water into my mouth." How are you going to do this? You want me to lie down on the ground and you'll pour it into my mouth? Is that what you want? They say, maybe into your mouth. And shugas. I mean, what kind of nut are you? Right? There's a thing, all of us, you don't ask. Right? So normally, a normal person would get scared. Right? Like, what kind of mishugan is this? He's asking me to do this. So he's maybe beating me up. So I'm going to say, don't beat me up, Mr. Bully. I'm going to do this. I'll take your camels. I'll take your, what do you call it? So that would be Sloika Huygens. On the other hand, she answered, "I'm not scared of you, Mr. Bully, because I don't volunteer anything for you. You ask me for a drink? Sure, I'll give you the drink." And the thing is, I give you the drink. When I finish drinking, I say, "Now I know that since you're a bully, you're not going to go get the water yourself for your camels, because you didn't get to yourself for yourself, right? So I'm going to do you a favor, and I'm going to do your camels too." In other words, when a guy comes over to take advantage of me, that's when it used to be a grocery store years ago, and they say, "Go get me some pretzels. Go down to whatever it was, the name of the stores, and get me some pretzels," right? That's a Hershey. Tell you she's got a problem. So, okay, so go down and get me pretzels. Okay, I get you pretzels. I know you're not going yourself. You're too lazy to go yourself. Or it's passionate for you. You have to have somebody serve you. So I'm going to do you the chesed that I'll get it for you. Right? It's like a chesed. There's no chesed to do for a bully, you're not going to do chesed. Right? So she's doing him chesed. That's what she's telling him. So in other words, and that would be, now you tell a bully, I have Rahmanis on you, Mr. Bully, so I'll get it for you. Will he take it after that? He'd be so embarrassed that he asked you for it. He wouldn't even bother him, because what? You do me a chesed? You do your chesed for me? What kind of business do chesed for me? I want you to do. You should be afraid of me, not you should be chesed for me. Right? Okay, so therefore I think that would have been maybe to solve the bullying problem with doing chesed for them. And then you have Yitzchak. So now we have 3. Rivka, Avram, Rivka. This is only 4. Sorry, I had 5 things. Must have been a 5th point, but it's not.
Why did Eliezer switch it? Why did Eliezer switch it when he told?
Who?
Why did Eliezer switch it when he told the Suel?
Oh, what he switched it for is this: is that he doesn't, he can't show a Lavan that she's a goody girl. I mean, obviously, Avram Avinu, let's understand, Avram Avinu wanted you to go back to his family. So you know, and obviously, for some reason or other, Mishpachas Terach was zeicher to all of us, right? He has Rachel Leah's, is his, and if you're Bilke, what you're so, he's loving as the Zolba Zayda is Yankov Avinu. I mean, they think of all the Shvatim come from his kids. So, now, so obviously they had good Midah status. And I'll show you that even more a little bit. I'll disagree with Rashi because of that. Or I think that, you know, the different show to Rashi, that's what the Torah is showing you. There was a nice guy. Oh, that was Lovin's niceness. What's Lovin's niceness? He gives he puts on her the bracelets and this thing, whatever it is, right? And it tells you how much it weighs. She carried a scale with her. She knew how much it weighed. I don't think so, right? Either he told her, right? Or, because there's a point in telling her, because she knows I saw it, because it's a din of 10 Commandments. Here. It's not, it's two tzimidim, which are two luchis with the cells adibras. So that's what he's telling me. Okay, so we'll see that in a second. Okay, anyway, he asked there's a place for us to sleep. She said, yeah. He runs home and tells him, right? He ran out of Ayim. Vayihi ki yiris is ages and ezem is hatzmidim ayidei achoysim v'shem is divrivka achoysim lemo. This is what he spoke. V'hini yoyim el agmaun v'yem aboy b'ruch Hashem lo mesam b'chutz. Already cleaned out the house, right? So Rashi says, why did he run? Because he saw the tzmidim, right? But it says the person he saw the tzmidim first. He first ran and then he saw the tzmidim. So it's not what Rashi says. Okay, so now I'm going to say the thing over there. Okay, Rashi still doesn't change whatever it is because there's a few places like this with Rashi. Okay. What he's telling him is this. This is, if you guys remember, even on certain cars, you ever see a fish that looks like made out of little sticks or something on bottom of cars? Those are Shayla, those are Goyim, those are Christians. They show that they're Christians. That's the sign in the time of Rome that they were afraid of being killed. So they used to have a little fish, a pin of a fish, and that was makia that you're a Christian. Okay. They knew of Avram Avinu. Avram Avinu says had a lot of shaykhs with not with love and then with Nocha and stuff like that, with Terach, because Terach lived a long time in doing this thing there. They had shaykhs with them. So they knew he was a guy who believed in God, and I'll look with this Achad. This was the sign of what I believe in, right? And I'm bringing it to you to understand. I'm asking you I'm going to ask you favors. I want you to understand who I am. I'm giving you two tzmidim. They all knew when it's a Zohar, and it's a thing that represents an idea in God and whatever it is, and whatever it is there. And you want to accept, you want to be part of them. That's how you become part of them. You wear this stuff. That's how you're part of them. And that's the thing, though. Okay. So first he runs outside. He's a nice guy. We said that the whole mishpocha is a nice guy. That's why he's going there. So he ran out to ask him, what do you need, right? But now that he saw that what kind of people is the guy who's here talking to her, is the guy who's one of Avram's people. So that means they can't have Avodah Zarah in their house. I'm going to be such a nice guy. Avram, what does he make you do? Wash your feet. And you can't come into my house unless you wash your feet. I'm even a nicer guy there. I'll take out my own God so you can bring your God in there. All right? So am I not nicer than Avram? Right? That's called unprincipled good. Rivka, the Torah wants to show you she's principled, meaning she does good because that's the right thing to do, not because somebody needs something from me, right? Because of that, it says, why? Nobody was lived with her yet. You know, you're talking about my Bubba, right? It's talking about my Bubba. It's your Bubba too, right? They tell you, you know, she wasn't a Zayna. You know, well, you take that as a compliment? I'm insulted that you even have a Hava minute to say such a word, right? So why are you telling that to me for? If als chesed, the guy's begging me, right? Be mizana with me. So als chesed, I should be doing it for him, right? Or I know that's a davasa, so I don't do it. I'm gonna have a principle. On the other hand, the bully, I'll give it to you because why not? Why shouldn't I do chesed with a bully, right? Okay, so that's to tell you I'm principled. Loving, on the other hand, you're willing to take out your own God for somebody else's God, right? So that means you don't really believe anything. What happens when you get angry? You're willing to kill your own kids, right? You want to be like your Sakur. He wanted to kill out all his iniklach, his daughters. What are you, a nut? I mean, that's chesed. I'm a nice guy. I didn't say I'm about chesed. Though. That's the point you got to remember. So we got Taka 4, and the fifth one is Yitzchak. Now Yitzchak is next week's Seder, but it's the point in that he did something that was really strange. What did they do? They kick him out, right? Until this. וכל הבארץ השכוף רב די אוביב במאברהם אוביב סיתנום פלישתן וימלו אופר, right? That's what they did. They filled up all the things. And comes along Avimelech, and Avimelech says, well, Yitzchak, lech meibonu, go from us, because you're upsetting us. We're all jealous of you, right? Vayelech misham Yitzchak, vayichem banachol gro, vayeshuv sham. He settled there. And he's going to dig up wells, as we're going to say. He's going to ask or whatever until he gets Chayei, right? Okay. But then it says the next passage, that's Yudzai. He went there, Vayoshev Yitzchak vayachbes be'eretz hamayim asher chofu b'mi'avrom asher softu. And he went and undug all the wells that they filled up. You don't need them anymore. You're not living there anymore. Why'd you do that? Because I know that people need it. And the only reason that they closed it up was because they were jealous of me. So I don't want to take away from them what they should have. So I went and I went back to water. Even though you kicked me out, even though you did that. That's a very big madrega of chesed. So I think those are the 5 madregas that we have chesed that we learned from our people. Okay. Let's see if we said that one. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, he decides he has to talk before they feed him. They ask him to feed him, because this guy seems to have money, so they're taking good care of him. Not a problem. And he tells, so it says, it's interesting, it starts off calling him Ho'ish, right? From over here, Ho'ish Mishtoi. That's where he starts. Till then, he's called Eved. Then all of a sudden, he's called the Ish, and he's called the Ish until after he finishes his story. When he says either go right or wrong, and then it says Vayetze Eved. Why? Because as long as he realized, when he saw what she did, he was wondering, what did she do? Now, what we all described, different than what I asked. I see there's a different chesed here than my chesed. So all of a sudden you became a ish. You understand now, there's a different madrega of chesed. Before you were an Eved, you wouldn't understand chesed the right way. Now you understand it. And you think that, so good, so now I understand why I'm the Eved, and he's the thing. And he's telling it over to them. And he's hoping that they're going to say no. And he has a daughter that he also wants to say. Now, once you have that in mind, then you're an Eved. Because you think your Hasogya and her Hasogya match together. They can't match. So you can't think, the Shidduch is not a good Shidduch. So that's the point where the Psari goes back to being Eved. But Kol's money was at the Madrege that he understood I'm different than Avram, and therefore there's no shaykhs for me to be with Avram. It's like, okay, and okay. Now there's something I haven't written up. I don't remember offhand the whole Torah here. But let's, there's a story. There's Rashi brings it down. What happened to Besuel? It says there's Ima v'acheha, right? And so there's Lavan and the wife are talking, right? Where is Besuel? She says Besuel wanted to poison, what's his name? Wanted to poison Eliezer, and the Malach switched it, and therefore, and he died. So she's sitting Shiva now. You want to leave that he shouldn't even sit Shiva, I shouldn't stay for the Levaya? What are you asking me to do? You want to go tomorrow? That's what he says there. Well, don't hold me back. Where's he asking you? Stay here for a year. What do you stay me for a year? Well, you want the Avelis? Is that what you're asking me? You don't want a year of Avelis? You want to hang around? That's what we're talking about. So how come you're telling me we can't stand around for that? Can't even stay for the Levaya? We're in a rush. And she can be masking and she'll get that from that. Right? So I think what it is he knew what he ate. So he knows he's poisoned. So he knows he's going to die. He's not going to die tomorrow. He's dying in 3 weeks from now, over there. But there's no hope. There's no antidote. On the other hand, Eliezer doesn't have to know this. So no, Rivka, he's sick. He got stomachache. So he got some stomach trouble. So what's the guy? He's sick. So Gani, he'll be well tomorrow. So we can leave today. That's the point of it. It's not he died and they're leaving. They're walking away before the Levaya. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. All right. Okay. Anyway, he gives them a tonus there. And they asked her, she says she wants to go. So they send not only her, why they send Minikta for? Don't forget, this is not a young lady, this one. She's Rivka's Minikta. I mean, she gave she's like the mother. At the age of the mother, right? So why they send her along? You want you're giving out free avodim today? I mean, what do you want to give the what do you call? They figured this. Who took care of this kid all the years? She's a goody, right? She don't belong by us. Who taught her the goodiness, right? The Menekta. Get rid of her. She's not in her house. They threw out, they sent the Menekta away. Now, why was she, what he thought? I want to tie this as Charan, don't forget, right? So this is a Nefesh Hashos B'Charan, that she was a Shifcha. So she was taking part of Avram's guys, and she taught over to Rivka the Avram's Teire, but why she couldn't go anywhere. Now they shift her out from the same daughter. That's a same daughter. And I guess there's unwritten books, so it's all my imagination, those can say. But I'm just saying, but it makes sense. Okay. Okay. If I said the what do you call it? Pikid Abelezer that says that I don't understand it, so I can't. I was Chayei Eliezer and this, whatever it is, and there's other stuff on that, which I don't know. I can't answer it. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Keturah, now there's ganze Shabbos who Keturah was. If Keturah Taka was Hago, in other words, and she's called Keturah because she sold herself up, that nobody could live with her because she was by tzaddik and nobody else can touch her. And the thing did, so obviously Hago was not a Poshet lady. And obviously it's not a Poshet lady because you see the Malachim came to her, even though the fact that she knew what a Malach was is Nikin Kasha. Because that, you find Nebuchadnezzar also knew what a Malach looked like. Because he saw by Chanayim Shuvazah, he says, and the fourth one looks like a Malach. Because he saw the Malach kill out the army of Sancherib, so he knew what a Malach looked like. She hung out by Sorah, so she knew what a Malach looked like. But the Malach talking to her a couple of times, one is go back, the three Malachim over there, and the one Malach that he'll be okay about those things. These are that she's Choyes of the Vuach. I mean, this is not something. And the name that she gave the place, Be'elachai Roi, that remained. They says he was the Be'elachai Roi. So obviously that name remained the name of the place. I mean, it's obviously she was a big lady. Well, but she was a shifcha. Okay, that was behold that one. On the other hand, there's the Medrash that says that he lived with three different ones, Shem, Cham, Yafis. He had Shem was Sorah, Cham was Hago, and Yafis was Keturah. You know, he had from all kinds. Now, again, I don't know, they want to blame it on them and something like that. He gave him matonis, so let's say the matonis, they gave magic, I think, right? I'm going to have an action. She says it. Listen, never matonis, Pisha Bisheno to Shem Tume. He gave him over to take a new magic. With the Shem Tumah, whatever that means. Okay? So they can do that. So when you have the Eastern religions, the one that tie there are from him. We have to know, but from the Bnei Keturah. He sent them away with the Shemus, so that's why you have all these boogeyman stuff that comes in Bet and China and all those places. So they wanted they done like that. So could be not.
It's not a bad thing.
I'm sorry?
It's not a bad thing. Why would he give his descendants? It's not intrinsically negative.
They have no Issel, so what different?
What?
They have no Issel to use the Shemus of Tumah. So for them it's a good thing. I mean, what do you think? Though? I can't use it. The Shaila is it's not so posh as what I just said to you. In Shaftin, you have over there the laws of Kishuv. And even astrology, which the Ramban holds is a chokhmah, and afal pikein, it's also for you to go into, because it's looking for the asidus. So therefore, it's an isser to go into the asidus of the thing there. And he says I kicked out all the goyim because they went and did all these magic things, right? Why did he kick them out? They're not also. No, not Zayin mitzvahs, right? So they want to tiny that there's more mitzvahs. Okay? I don't know, I was brought up with Zayin mitzvahs, so I don't know no other mitzvahs, so there's nothing to tell you. So why did the bench want to kick them out? For different reasons. You're living in Eretz Yisrael, where the Rebbeinu Shrin is over there. Even by Goyim, it's the Shrin is there. It belongs in Eretz Yisrael because that's where Maria is, and that's where Odom is, whatever the thing is that you're talking about. So that's a Makom HaKodesh. So the fact that you're living there, why are you going to magic? How could you go to magic? That's chutzpah. You don't belong here. That's the problem, you don't belong here. Not because it's that's what I'm saying. So therefore, we're going to that, he gave him over to Tumah, same as that Tumah. Okay, then he gives over to Bnei Yishmael, and we'll talk about that. And the years is to show you that Torah is not a big deal. In other words, I'm hide you the Mesiras Nefesh of Yaakov Avinu. He said, but you have to understand what Yaakov Avinu did. He didn't go to, it says, He didn't sleep for 14 years. Can't be. Gemara says he'll, if you make a neder not to sleep for 3 days, you give your malchus right away. So obviously you can't live and not sleep for 3 days. It's impossible. So what do you mean he didn't sleep for 14 years? It means he didn't go to sleep for 14 years. You schlafen by the Mesach, by the Gemara. He's learning Gemara. Do that for 14 years. How much do you think you're going to learn? Couldn't figure out, go to sleep for a couple hours and maybe you'll be able to have a couple of good sador. I can't answer you. I'm not getting involved in that. That's non-deter, but that's the pshat. So obviously it means that was it a teyelis or not? Maybe that's why Taka wasn't a thousand. The Rebbeinu demands from us, you sleep. That's why I made him sleep in Makam HaMikdash and so on, to show you after you sleep to be able to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Not to fight it. The Yezis be Kaddish the Gashmi. That's Achiv. Okay. God, you find here Yishmael di Tshuva, because Yitzchak and Yishmael Banav buried him. So Yishmael, even though he's 13 years older, let Yitzchak go first. By Esav and Yaakov, and it says Esav and Yaakov Banav. Esav did not give up on his v'chayv. So therefore he was always a Rosh, he remained a Rosh. What do you think though? Okay. And these are also to tell you the 12 Nasim that he had. And from that also. Okay, anyway, have a good Shabbos, Yom Hashem. Next week I'm on, and hopefully we'll be here at the regular time next week.